Yeah, so I found a little bit easier way to do the fabric ties. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that. It does use a little bit more fabric, but I feel like it saves a lot of time. So instead of the 1-inch ties that we talked about before, you'll want to do 2 inches wide, and then, you know, whatever length you're using for the tie. And then again, you know, if it feels like this is too complicated, you could always pin it. And I'm still just eyeballing it. But okay, so this is 2 inches, so we're gonna like fold it in quarters. So you'll want to fold each side in about 1/2 inch, just whatever like makes them meet in the middle, like this. 1 second. And you could certainly, you know, iron this or whatever if you feel more comfortable. But you're gonna fold it in half so that like the 2 rough edges meet in the middle, and then you're gonna fold that in half, and that basically encases the raw edge on the inside. And then I'm gonna sew as close as I can to this outer edge where the 2 meet. And I find that if, you know, I just kind of fold about this much, like I just showed you to start, like, and sew down to there, it's pretty easy to just fold the rest of it as I go down the tie. But if you feel like you need to pin it or whatever, that's totally fine. And since this is about 1/2 inch wide, it's going to be about as wide as my foot again. And then you're going to want to go and set it like on the inside of that foot, like you see right there, so that we're sewing as close to that raw edge as possible. And you can just do a straight stitch, you don't need to back stitch because we'll be putting these ties on the mask. And then, like I said, it's pretty easy for me, like these aren't very long, to just get it started and then do the same thing at the bottom, folding both outside edges in towards the middle, and then folding that over in half again. But, you know, if you need to do it in advance and pin it, totally fine. And then something that I feel saves a little bit of thread is if you stop kind of right like I did, right where the edge of the tie is, and get the next one ready to just go under the foot, and then you can easily clip them apart from each other, but then you're not, you know, using all the thread to pull each one out and cut it individually. But again, if you need to do that, that is totally fine. So once this one goes kind of under, I can just see how like the needle's down, and then I can just stick this next one underneath the foot and just get it going. So we're going to do this for all 4 of our ties. And it's also a nice way if you're making a bunch of ties just all at once, you could put them in sets of 4. All, you know, chained together, and then it's just a little easier. I don't think I cut these exactly on the grain, so the fabric's being a little wonky, but I mean, this is just the tie that's going around someone's ears, so it's not a huge deal. It doesn't have to be perfect, is the motto that I'm going by. And if you know about sewing, you can probably tell already, this is basically, I'm making my own bias tape out of fabric. And I saw another video of this where they used a little folding tool, basically like a little piece of probably cardstock that you would fold into quarters and use to sort of slide down the fabric, but I haven't really found that it's necessary. I'll try to find that video and link it in the comments in case somebody wants to try it, or you could probably just search for like making your own bias tape. And that one didn't end with the needle down, so I just twisted the little knob on the side to get it down. It helps if you actually get it started, because then the needle's holding the fabric in place and it won't pop out. So if you can see, like, I just get it started and then basically start from the other side, and I find that it just kind of folds itself. Okay. And now I have all of my ties hooked together, so I could easily, you know, just keep them in sets of 4. But I'm just going to do a little snip of this one little thread that's in between them. Alright. And then we've got our prepared mask, because I already showed y'all how to do that in the last video. Again, we're going to do a little elastic trick, put it on a safety pin, stick it in this little channel, and pull the elastic down to the edge. And then what I've been doing is take one of your ties, and you're just going to fold it under, again, you know, probably about 1/2 inch, enough that it'll be easy to lock it over. And we're going to put that folded side down, so you've just got the straight tie, and then I can sew over the elastic and the tie all in one go. I'm just going forward back twice for a little extra security, since these will be laundered, but you know, probably forward back would be good enough. Off all those little extras. And then again, and I try to do it, you know, so it's kind of going on the inside, so fold it at the top down back towards the back of the mask, but I mean, really, it doesn't matter. And then I'm just folding it over once, and if you stick it with the folded side up this time, I find otherwise the folded over part can get kind of stuck down there under the foot, and just go forward back again twice. And you could, you know, fold it over twice to lock the end of the fabric in there on the end of the tie, but that makes it really hard to get under the foot. And I mean, even if this frays, you've got a good seam there, so I feel like it'll be fine. If people end up finding that's not the case, you can always go back to the old way. It really just depends how much you wash it. And then we pull our elastic all the way through, line it up flat with the other side of the channel. We can get another one of our ties and just do the same thing. And if it's too complicated for you to hold, the elastic down and put that tie at the same time. Totally fine. You could lock down the elastic first and then go back and add the tie. I'm just trying to show you the quickest possible way that I found to do the ties. So, you know, you can just kind of make as many masks as possible. Oop. Just try to clip all your long threads when you find them. I'm doing navy on navy now, so it's a little bit harder to see. And then just remember to take that very end, and since these are half an inch wide instead of a 1/4 inch wide like other ties, you can actually do them under the machine instead of having to hand sew the ends, so I feel like that's worth it. You know, even if they do use twice as much fabric, it's really not that much at the end of the day. Okay. And then you would just do that again on the other side, and those are your easy fabric ties, so hope it helps.